Welcome to One Up My News, episode 13. We're going to be talking about Red Dead Online, how many people hate Fallout 76, and possibly a new Alien game, and so much more. Enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to One Up My News, episode 13. That's right, unlucky 13. We could have skipped it, but we got it for you, our loyal
Because
listeners.
we love you.
How are you doing, Jordan?
Good, it's too early.
It's a little early. Yeah, we normally record a little later than this, but we got up and at 'em.
That's right.
Get the day started early, you know. The day's longer if you get up earlier.
I don't believe that the day is long because you can just stay up until the sun comes up and then sleep, because why not do that? That's what I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that why you're always late for the podcast?
I mean, I've only been late.
He's only
probably
been late like once.
Probably twice.
Yeah. You doing good today, though, besides the fact that you had to get up early?
Yes. I'm usually a morning person, but I stayed up. You know, I was like...
You just told me that you don't get up until like 10:30.
Yeah, that's early, man.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, last night was one of the nights where I was like, you know, I got home early from work, played some Red Dead Online. I'll talk about that a little more later. And then I was like, okay, just one more episode. Just one more episode. And then I was like, oh, man.
Wait, of what, Naruto or what?
Yeah, of Naruto Shippuden. And I was like, okay, just one more. I'm like, okay, that was a pretty good fight. Okay, I got to see what happens.
Right.
And then I was like, what time is it?
Like 2
And I
weeks.
was like, oh my gosh, it's 3 a.m. I'm like, can I go to sleep now? I'm like, okay, I got to find out what happens.
You got to get up and, oh my gosh. What time did you stay up until?
Probably 4.
And you woke up at 8.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah.
I've just been super busy with school. Next week, I have finals next week. Very tired. But I'm happy that it's about to be over. I only have 2 finals, but I also have to write two like, I don't know what you call them, like reports, because I'm a journalism major, so I had to, like, most of our tests are writing, so I had to write 2 of those. One was due Wednesday and one was due Friday, so it's not too bad. But overall, I've been enjoying life. I've started playing God of War. That's a very good game, very, very good game. I definitely see, I've put like maybe 5 hours into it.
Nice.
The way I put it to Jordan is, I doubt the story will be as good, but the combat is far, far superior, which I'm not surprised about.
I have been playing, I know this isn't, where we talk about what we've been playing, but just to snippet, I've been playing Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, not Mario Odyssey, because I always forget that, and then sometimes people will be like, yeah, I've been playing Odyssey. I'm like, why are they playing Odyssey? Like, what do you... And I was like, oh yeah.
It's so good.
It is good. But I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that game is so big, so huge. It is insane. I'll talk about it more later, I'm sure. But it is... They put a lot of work into it, and you can tell.
Oh my gosh, I got the hiccups.
It's okay. This
is a good time to have the hiccups, huh? In the middle of a podcast?
Exactly, yeah. Just punch yourself in the chest.
Got some water.
There you go.
Okay. So
There's some new games coming out.
Yeah, so I was going to say, let's move on to the new games. The first one on the dock, we actually have a couple that slipped our mind last week that actually came out last week. I don't know. I looked up new games, and these, for some reason, I didn't see these. But the first one is Darksiders 3, and this is going to be coming out on PC, Xbox, and PS4. Then we have, which is getting good reviews, Artifact, the Valve's new game, first game that they've released in years. It's a card game based on Dota. If you want to look up those, it's getting very good reviews actually. Very good to great, I would say. Reviews. Some people are upset about the monetization of it, but it's going to be monetized. It's a card game.
Exactly.
Me and Jordan have been playing some of it. I haven't played that much. I think he's played more than me. We're both enjoying it. It's pretty. I've been playing on my laptop. I actually need to
downgrade the graphics.
Because there's so many particle effects going on that it slows the game down. Although
it's cool though.
PC will run fast. Oh yeah, it's really pretty too.
I have to get used to the back and forth though. Like they do something, then I do something. It kind of pissed me off at first, but now I'm getting used to it and I'm learning how the game does. I did a draft the other day and it was actually pretty cool. So yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say it looks like the cards look as good as some of the other online card games. Like Gwent Oh my gosh, Gwent's cards are so gorgeous, but it's
Yeah.
also brand new, so give it
That's
some
true.
time.
Exactly.
We also have another. This isn't really a game, more of a collection of games. We have the PlayStation Classic. Has come out. It's I don't know. I'm interested in it. I probably won't get it because it's a little too expensive, and the games on it aren't great.
It is.
It also seems to be a little bare bones compared to like the Switch, not Switch, the NES and SNES classics.
If it was $50, I'd get it. You know,
100. This should be better games on it for 100 or more.
Mm-hmm. Or they could just hook it up to the PS3 classic library, and it'd just be a shell. You know.
Yeah. And moving on, we have the Persona 5 and Persona 3, which I thought I put that down.
Oh, okay. Well, Persona 3 is getting a dancing game too.
Yeah, they're both getting a dancing game. Persona
Nice.
5 Dancing in Starlight, which apparently is coming with the PSVR mode. It's coming out December 4th. I don't know what the... would you mind looking up the Persona 3 game for me? Thank you. And you can also get a Persona 5 and Persona 3 like pack that comes with both games. Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which is what that one was called, came out a couple years ago, if anyone was wondering why that's not getting one. I actually really like these games.
So, Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight is the name of that game.
That makes sense, like Sun and Moon or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, and those two, like I said, you can get like a combo pack. If you like fun dancing games, and one of the best, in my opinion, parts of it is just the aesthetic. I love the aesthetic of the Persona games. So this is kind of another way to look at it.
They do look awesome. Yeah. I
might get them for the Vita.
Nice.
I'm not sure. Yeah, they all come in for the PS4 and the Vita, I believe. Sega Genesis Classic, also coming out on December the 7th. It's actually, people seem to really like this. It's got 50 games, and then later it's going to get Wonder Boy and Monster World. No,
it's
Wonder
missing.
Boy and Monster World. Huh?
It is missing Wonder Boy in the Monster World and Wonder Boy 3.
Yeah, so it's not going to get those?
No, it does not. The collection does not have those.
Why? Like, what was it planned on getting them? I don't.
No, just other Sega Genesis classics released on other systems have these two games, and this collection does not for some reason. There wasn't any reason. There wasn't any explanation behind them not getting them. That's just what people have been saying.
Those just two more games that they would want.
Yeah, they're just like, well, why can't the Switch have this one? You know, all the other collections have these two, and they're like, we don't know. So,
all right, yeah, but it does have 50 other games that you can enjoy. It's really cool. It's got like a room set up, very like 90s. You know, you got your band posters and your beanbag chair. Looks very cool.
Nice.
Abzu is coming out for the Switch. If you don't know what Abzu is, it's like basically an exploratory game underwater. Very pretty. Very pretty.
From the creators of Journey.
It's not from the creators. It's like from one guy.
Artist.
It's not. It didn't come out from the same company that made Journey, but it is heavily inspired by Journey.
But
and
I might pick this up for the Switch.
Who made Abzu made Journey. Journey is an amazing game.
It is.
And from what I can tell, this is also very, very good. So check that out. It's on the Switch, so that's another place you can play it. Spyro and Crash Bandicoot are getting a bundle. This is really cool, guys. I think it's only $60 for all 6 games.
And I'm probably going to pick this up now because I was debating on which one I want to pick up to play.
I was probably going to get Spyro because I like Spyro more than Crash.
I was also going to get Spyro because I prefer Spyro to Crash. Yeah, I did play all 6 games, but, you know, a dragon versus whatever Crash is.
He's a bandicoot. You know? That's why it's called Crash Bandicoot.
Well,
sometimes it's not as complicated as it seems.
I know. I was like, a bandicoot's not a real animal, but it is.
They have all kinds of animals in Australia.
I know.
In Australia.
Like,
I'm trying to figure out what this is coming out on.
So, PS4 and Xbox One.
No Switch?
Nope.
Okay, so...
Because Switch hadn't even got the Spyro bundle yet.
Yes, it got Spyro.
It did?
Really? I mean the Spyro... Oh, you're talking about the
trilogy.
Okay, yeah. I think it did.
Really?
Why would it not?
I don't know.
Let me... Oh, my gosh.
Look it up. I'm pretty sure...
Look this up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that...
My bad. Spyro bundle Switch. I'm maybe thinking about Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Crash is on the Switch.
But it came later.
The Reignited trilogy is not on the Switch.
Oh, my bad.
It's cool.
I think you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because I was like, that'd be weird to play like that on the Switch. I mean, I'd
I'm
probably
sure
play it.
I'm sure it'll come out for Switch.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I'm probably gonna pick up this bundle. You know.
Yeah, it's a really good
Why
deal.
not?
I kind of want to play it on PlayStation anyway, just because those are, they were originally PlayStation games.
That's what I was gonna get it for PlayStation, just because it would feel better to me, in my opinion.
Y'all hear a lot of clicking. Apologize, I'm clicking around these links.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the news, though. The first thing we have here is Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be huge, coming from PC Gamer. So, oh crap. Oh my gosh. See if I get read. The developers of the upcoming Cyberpunk 2077 and the Witcher franchise were asked on Facebook by a fan how big the world would be. They couldn't say exactly, it seems, but they did say, quote, in a tall building, and we will have many of them explorable. Each floor can house a lot of activities. I think that's maybe translated from Polish or something, is why that sounds weird.
Yeah, probably. They also said in The Witcher 3 will look much flatter and its activities scattered. Here, the world can be huge, but it can be huge upwards or downwards. So that gets me super excited. You know, I'm a big advocate for Cyberpunk 2077. I can't wait to run around and explore Night City. The picture that they used in this article is actually my desktop wallpaper. It's concept art they did for the game.
Yeah, so I think what this means is, the Cyberpunk, The Witcher was like huge, like you could walk to different places, but I feel like this might not be as big as The Witcher as far as the countryside or whatever, but like many of the buildings are going to be fully explorable, so it might be just as big or bigger than The Witcher if you count the horizontal and the vertical space. So
which I'm okay with, because comparing, looking at the Assassin's Creed Odyssey map, it gets overwhelming sometimes. It's huge.
I mean, I think this game's going to be massive too.
Which I'm okay with.
There's no doubt in my mind. But it's really cool. It seems like a lot of times, when you're in video games, you're like, "Oh, let me go in this house," and it's just like,
"Yep,
sorry, you can't go in this house.
It's like,
you can't
why
go
not?
in this store." And it's just because it would have taken them a lot of time, money, and resources to, do that. But if the game's going to be focused around that, instead of making the game massive horizontally, like I said, they could definitely do this. So this is a good sign if you're a Cyberpunk 2077 fan who is looking forward to that game. Next up, we got Final Fantasy DLC canceled. This comes from GameSpot. Three of the four DLC planned episodes have been canceled since game director Hajime, oh my gosh, I never can pronounce his name, Hajime Tabata has left the company. Tabata's last day at Square Enix was on Halloween. The canceled Final Fantasy episodes include Aurenia, Lunafray, and Noctis. The fourth one, Arden, remains in development and is scheduled to launch in March of next year.
I saw this, and the thing that really caught my eye is Square Enix losing $33 million. And it's just, they were saying how...
Seems crazy to me.
It does. They were saying extraordinarily loss amounting to $33 million. And it's like, what? Like, that is so much money.
Yeah, it seems like, and this is the reason why it was the canceled DLC.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense, because sometimes you just gotta... At least they didn't try to put out the DLC, all half-assed, and, it turned out not to be good.
That's true. But, man, honestly, this game came out in, 2016, I think.
Exactly. People don't need DLC. They're running around trying to save Greece, trying to, play Red Dead Online. It's just, they're doing other adventures.
Yeah, and if you wonder what Tabata is going to be doing next, apparently he's going to be starting his own company. He said, quote, "I have a project that I truly wish to solidify as my next challenge after Final Fantasy 15. For that reason, I have decided to leave my current position and start my own business in order to achieve my goal." So I guess kind of like what Kojima did not recently, a year or two ago at this point, after he left Konami.
Which I'm okay with. I wish him success, and I can't wait to see what he comes out with.
Oh, yeah. This man, I feel like he's the reason Final Fantasy 15 actually came out. Honestly.
Oh yeah, he's like, okay, we're gonna do this now.
Yeah,
it's like anybody that doesn't want to do this, go home.
He's like, we got to get this crap out the door. Let's go.
Exactly.
And it actually, ended up being really good. I think, especially considering it had been in development for, I don't know, an ungodly amount of time.
Exactly.
It actually kind of started to get ridiculous, which I think is, it gives him a lot of credit to actually getting the game out the door.
Yeah.
And getting it out the door in a good fashion, I guess you'd say.
Exactly. Speaking of getting things out the door, Rockstar has finally got the Red Dead Online beta out the door, and it's pretty fun.
It's live right now.
It is live right now, but we want to make it clear that it is a beta. I had to keep telling myself that.
It's a beta still? I thought, okay.
It clearly says beta in big Red Dead, bold letters on the screen, beta. So, I don't know if there's going to be any character wipes or anything. I don't think so with the way they're doing things.
No, I think they said, I think they did say that that your character could be wiped, but I think that was only for people who played it early.
Okay. Well, we're going to run through this list. This information is coming from Polygon and also me playing the beta a little bit. They might have just not redone the logo. They might have just forgot to take off the beta, or it's still like a beta. Who knows? So you no longer have to go to stores to purchase goods. You have a handheld catalog, which is in your inventory.
Okay, so so you just look at that to purchase goods.
Yes, you are vulnerable when looking at the catalog because it's hilarious. You can be in the middle of a fight and you just pull it out and you literally just look down at it and you're just flipping through a catalog in the middle. But I will say that you can still go in stores, which I did. You're protected in stores, so players can't just gank you in stores, because I had a fight with this guy because he was looking at me weird, and so I had to kill him. So you can kill players, but we'll get
PvP.
to that. Yeah, there is PvP, but you can just straight up kill somebody in the open world. It's fantastic. It is the best feeling ever, knowing that they're trying to survive and you're trying to kill them. But then what happened yesterday is that I tried killing a guy. I did. And then I tried killing another guy, and he ran into the shop, and they're like, they're protected from their shop. And the guy, like this other guy came in the corner and was like, hey, don't try to kill people. And then he killed me, and I was like, okay.
Well, that's hypocritical.
I'm like, I see what this is going to do. So I came back, and I killed his horse.
Wow.
So
that's messed up, man.
It was. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go to camp, and then I'm just going to explore the other stuff. But
I really need to play this.
It's pretty fun. I will say it did get kind of boring because your character doesn't talk, so there's no interaction with people.
I feel like it's definitely a multiplayer focused game.
Exactly, and I was kind of sitting in my camp, and I was like, I wish I had friends. So
we didn't bully Jake into buying this so we can all three play.
Oh, that'd be great. It'd be like playing Sea of Thieves together, but better.
I really like Sea of Thieves.
Me too. So you can order items straight from your camp if you have a camp or if you're part of a posse. You will get a delivery package, which will charge you a delivery fee.
Wow. So it's like getting Uber Eats.
So money is important in Red Dead 2
Gold
Online.
Especially, right?
Exactly. Gold especially. It's way different than the campaign of Red Dead 2, and it is insane. Some people are comparing the economy, just how terrible it is. You can sell a gold wedding ring for $1.12 or $1 and I think it's 13 cents or 12 cents, one of those two. But you can also go and sell a can of beans for $1.20. So it's just kind of like, what is happening here?
Beans is worth more than gold, man.
Exactly, and it's kind of
gold.
Weird. I mean, yeah, you can't. So that's kind of weird that money is. I did notice that like looting people, usually you'd get like a couple bucks in the campaign, and now you're getting like cents. Like I looted this whole camp of people that I killed, and I got like maybe $1, and it's just like, or I looted a treasure chest and got like 7 cents. So, but this, there is controversy in that statement. The fact of, there's people that are like, the economy's terrible. I only got $1 from doing this mission. And this one guy's like, I'm rank 15 or rank 12 or whatever. And I had $300 and that got me an upgraded horse, or I forgot all the stuff he listed. I think he said he bought some stuff for his horse, and pretty much he was saying, Exactly. You know, he's like, I bought some stuff and I still had a bunch of money left over. And this person's like, $100 isn't a bunch of money in this game. Like, you know, it is crazy. Some of the stuff that's like normally a couple $100 in the campaign is, you know, stupid expensive. Like, I think one of the guns in online is like a couple $1,000s in the game, but in that time period in real life is only like $28 or something. And so people are making those kind of comparisons as well, which is just maybe, you know, I'm sure they'll fix it. You know,
I doubt it.
I mean, I hope they fix it. You never know.
I mean, comparing things like that is dumb. It's not the campaign.
I know.
They're not going for realism in the
Exactly. And I get why it's hard to get money, because they don't want someone's experience to be ruined because someone no lives or someone, you know, has a ton of money and can just buy the best stuff. Just get a bunch of stuff.
They want to charge people, you know, for DLC and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For loot boxes or whatever. I mean, they did it with Grand Theft Auto, although I've heard this is looking like it's better. At least the economy is going to be better.
Yeah, it does feel better than Grand Theft Auto. So you can, but moving on so we can get to the rest of the news. You can kill other players in the open world. I don't think you can get killed in your camp, but I haven't tested that out just because people are kind of just doing our own thing and we're not really bothering each other. So there's PvP, which is called the Showdown series, and it's one of 5 competitive modes. We'll get to the other competitive modes later. So for the first one, in just normal Showdown series, it's up to 16 players, or it can be up to 32 players in a large Showdown series, which are deathmatch style instances. So there's the shootout and team shootout, which is like a classic gunfight with unlimited lives, and you fight until time runs out, and then sudden death will happen if it's a tie. And then there's Make It Count, which you can only use a bow and arrow or throwing knives, and the area shrinks over time.
Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds like Battle Royale.
Yeah. And then there's Most Wanted. So the more kills you get, the higher your score. But, you know, obviously the more kills you get, the more points you get, which makes you a higher target for people to team up and try to kill you, even though it is 1v1 or 1v, you know, free-for-all. There's Hostile Territory, which I liked the sound of this one the most, probably. You work in teams to control an area, and you get points for that area you capture, and then, or, you know, you can get points for killing people, obviously.
Capture the point.
Yeah, it's capture the point. So that was interesting to me. And then the last one is Name Your Weapon. It's a free-for-all or team-based match, and the way they worded it is the trickier the weapon you use to kill, I actually typed this weird. The trickier you okay. Demonstrate your personal speciality in this free-for-all or team-based match. The trickier weapon you use to land the killing blow, the more points you get.
Okay. Yeah, you did word that weirdly in the
I
notes.
did type it in weird. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just gold, super important now. You don't start off the game with Deadeye. It's there's ability cards. There's a bunch of other stuff. But I do want to try this with a group of friends. You can have a small camp or a large camp. A small camp can support a posse of 1 to 4 people, and a large camp can support a posse of 5 to 7 people. So that's really it for Red Dead Online news. It's pretty awesome. If you have the game, check it out.
Yeah,
it's
let us
super
know if
fun.
you're playing Red Dead Online.
Exactly.
All right. Next is something that I'm less excited about. Anthem closed alpha is coming. On December 8th and 9th, the game will go up and down during the day, making it unavailable during certain times. The closed alpha will also require players to sign an NDA. Ooh.
Yeah, so with these closed alphas... Exactly. With these closed alphas and betas, I get it. They don't, they NDAs and etc. But as someone that has a job with that works nights, I really hate these scheduled tests. No, I'm not a part of this alpha, but I know for the Jump Force beta that I was a part of, the first beta, I could only play once because all the times were, either when I had to do work or had to do other errands. They were just really weird times. It would have been much more convenient for me to just be able to play, all day that long.
Yeah, and the NDA, I would assume, You let me look. Yeah, they won't be able to stream it.
It's literally just them playing, and that's it.
Which lets you have like an idea, I guess, of what it'll be like at the very least. I mean, are you excited for Anthem?
No, I couldn't tell you 5 words about it.
I could say 5 words, but I'm not a big EA fan, and I'm not a big this is like a Destiny game.
Yeah, I think I saw the EA logo, when this was announced, and I immediately went to watch something else.
Eyes rolled so far up in the back of your head, they popped out of your skull.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, EA trying to ride the coattails of
Activision.
Exactly. But let's move on to some happier news. The Game of the Year nominations have been announced.
Yeah, they actually got announced a while back, a week or two ago, but we forgot to put them in the notes. So
that's right. We're sorry. Well, how do you feel about these nominations?
I like them. And by the way, this is going to be these are just the Game of the Years. The Game of the Year announcements. There are plenty of other Voice Actor of the Year and
exactly Soundtrack of the Year.
We're gonna link a link to the Game of the Year website that y'all can check out all the games that have been nominated for various categories.
But if you haven't heard the Game of the Years, these are the ones that are gonna fight to the death for it: Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, God of War, Marvel, Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, and of course Red Dead Redemption 2.
I've played. After I beat Red Dead, I would have played all but one of these.
After I play Odyssey, I will have played all of these except Celeste, God of War, and Monster Hunter. Not going to do Monster Hunter. Probably not going to get to Celeste, and I hopefully will beat God of War before January.
Yeah, we're going to have our own shows on the Game of the Years, so I don't want to spend too much time on this, but if you do want to watch this, I enjoy the show personally. I've watched it for the last few years. They usually stream it on Twitch, and if you have a favorite streamer, they'll probably be streaming and reacting to it. If you want to check that out, and it's on December 6th.
Correct.
I'm not sure. Check out the website so you can convert it to your local time, because I don't want to tell you a time and it be
exactly. Yeah, time zones are weird.
Time zones are weird, but necessary.
Speaking of stuff that is kind of strange but pretty cool, Hideo Kojima tweeted that he visited 20th Century Fox. Yeah? No?
That segue.
I know. I love my segues.
Also, I have to correct you. I can't let you say his name.
Okay, say his name correctly.
Hideo Kojima. I can't let you butcher one of the greatest game designers of all time.
Hideo Kojima tweeted that he recently visited 20th Century Fox on November 20th. 20th, ironically. Maybe he posted that on the 20th because he went to 20th Century Fox. Anyway, so he posted a picture with an alien poster and an alien egg, 2 separate pictures, just for those of you that were curious, trying to paint a picture in your mind.
Hold on. Is the alien poster an egg?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think it is. I've never noticed that before. I've never even really wondered what it was. I just thought it was like,
or sometimes it's like a queen face or something.
I just saw the original poster. I think it's an egg.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like oozing down from the bottom.
Yeah, I've never really thought about what that was.
So,
wow.
I may not know all the lore about aliens, but I do enjoy the Alien and Predator universe. So, apparently the Game Awards does as well, because they replied to the tweet with, quote, "World will change," end quote. So back in January, the Foxnet Games acquired Cold Iron Studios and confirmed that the studios will be working on a new PC/console shooter-based game on the Alien Cinematic Universe. So what this might be called is Alien Blackout. So this would be pretty awesome if he's actually making this game and if we get an announcement at the Game Awards.
I could see this happening. We'll talk about another series that I think might get announced at the Game Awards. But I'm interested in what Hideo Kojima has to do with this, if anything, because he has his own studio. He doesn't work at this. What was the other one you said?
Cold Iron Studios.
Cold Iron Studios. He doesn't work there. He has his own developer that he works at, his own development team. But if you don't know, the Game Awards does announce games, and this is supposed to be a big year for game announcements. So I could definitely see this being announced at the Game Awards. Maybe he'll present it or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
He's a big fan of franchises like Alien. I know.
I have recently started following him on Twitter
He's
and
crazy,
turned on post notifications. That man retweets everything from like, don't quote me on this because I can't. I'm just saying two random things. Kittens to like something like a really random
like Alien.
Exactly. And I'm just like, what is happening? Like what are you doing, man? You know, I'm like, I just followed you for Death Stranding news, but it's just like he posted this and I was like, he's making the new Alien game. Like he totally is.
I don't know. I mean, let's just wait and see what happens.
I know.
I'm excited for this because the last Alien game was actually good. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Alien Isolation, a survival horror game, much better than probably all Alien games. If you're interested in that, you probably get it for like $20 or less.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Like Alien will kick your butt, but if you're looking for a hard survival horror game, I would recommend that.
So, moving on to some sadder, angry, twisted, terrible news.
Oh my gosh, Fallout 76, what are you doing? What are you doing? We got like 2 or 3 bad news. What are you doing?
It's so bad. So, you want me to kick this off?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, Fallout 76, as you know, Bethesda, they usually just get a slap on the wrist, like, you're Bethesda. Thanks for giving us Skyrim. We love you. No big deal.
Fallout. Thanks for but like, what are they doing with Fallout 76?
Now they're just kicking people's teeth in. So, the $200 Power Armor Edition of Fallout 76 promised fans a lot of cool stuff. Sadly, that's not what people got. They did not get what they were promised, and they are angry about it. The promotional picture. So the promotional picture says canvas bag, and it's literally made out of canvas in the picture. And they sent fans this cheap, very thin nylon bag instead. It looks terrible. Looks like an old trash bag. So what does Bethesda have to say about this? They said, sorry, and is offering a $5 worth of in-game currency as compensation. They said, quote, the bag shown in media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it, end quote.
I love Bethesda. I really do. Fallout 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. Skyrim is one of my favorite games of all time. What the hell? Who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah, $5.
I don't care.
And someone
you don't treat what is happening.
I don't know. And I did some research on this, and another article that I forgot to link. This guy actually broke down what $5 worth of in-game currency could get you, and it was like, it was 2 things. It could get you like a flower and a door, and that was it. And it's just like, Bethesda, what are you doing? These
like Bethesda is the company, is the kind of quirky company that does what they want because they do good things.
Exactly.
Fallout 76 feels like they turn them into assholes almost.
Yeah, they just kind of gave up. And I remember seeing this Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition, and I was like, that looks awesome. It gives you a sweet helmet, and I love bags. I'm like, I totally need this canvas duffel bag. Now I'm glad I didn't give them $200.
Yeah, you don't treat your fans like this, especially your idiot fans who spent $200 on a Power Armor Edition.
Yeah, it is insane. Like, and you can obviously find these pictures on Amazon. On the internet. But even with all this backlash and stuff, you can still, like, the promotional pictures and stuff on Amazon and official websites still show the canvas bag. And if you zoom in, you can clearly see that is literally made out of canvas. And canvas isn't that expensive. It's literally just canvas, Like, you can buy it at Hobby Lobby.
I'm sure it's way more expensive than plastic, but
But still, it's just like, what are you doing? I saw that picture and I was like, that's so sad. Like, I would be so pissed if I spent $200 and they sent me a trash bag.
This just seems, wow. I'm looking at this.
Yeah,
it looks like a gym bag, like a cheap gym bag.
Exactly,
and it would be different. This would be fine if that's what they
advertised.
But come on, what?
Exactly. So, as Ryan said, there is more crazy Fallout 76 news. So, you know how you usually buy a $60 game and you're like, okay, this is okay. I want my money back, though. Usually, almost never. You never get it back.
No,
You
don't
get
the only way you
get
get
that
that
money back.
is if it's like Steam.
Exactly, Or if you're just
I think GameSpot has a policy too. You can bring it back within a few days or a day or something.
Yeah, I think they can give you in-store credit, but they can't give you actual cash. So, for some reason, some Fallout 76 players have sought, obviously they've sought refunds, but some of them have actually got refunds and are receiving refunds for digital copies of the game, according to some threads on Reddit. But then other people aren't getting that. So it's just like, and there's no rhyme or reason to what what allows a refund. But that's the terms of service states that downloadable content is, quote, non-returnable, exchangeable, or refundable, end quote, once it's been redeemed. So it's just like, what?
This is very strange.
What are you doing, Bethesda? It's so crazy. I mean, the fact alone that Fallout 76 launched with a 56 gig patch,
And
that would have
still not great, apparently.
No, it's still not. And I'm just like, what is happening? Like, I wasn't interested in this game at all. But this is triggering me to a point of like foaming at the mouth because I'm frustrated that these people spent their hard-earned money and they're getting shafted like this.
You're not wrong.
It's just like, what is Bethesda? Like, I used to be like, put you up there with Valve, and now I'm like, nah, man. Like, what are you guys doing?
This should have been a home run. They could have made so much money off this game, and probably still will. But what are you doing? Did you just shat this out? And you're like, let's take 10-year-old, hardware and software. And like, what are you doing? What are you doing? If this wasn't ready, it should not have been released.
Exactly. They should have just been like, hey, this is a beta. Like, we're going to have a beta for a year, okay? But we're working on, like, Skyrim 6 or whatever.
Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 6.
Thank you. Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, but that game's going to come out in, like, 2022.
I know.
I don't understand. I really don't.
I don't either.
I
don't either.
But we have some better news for you. This comes from GameStop. Fallout New Vegas developer may be revealing a new RPG soon, and it's not a mobile game. Take notes, Blizzard.
Exactly. I saw this and I got so excited. I was like, yes, because my favorite Fallout game is actually New Vegas. Which I'm pretty excited for. So it's not gonna be a mobile game, which is great. Love it.
Yeah. So you gonna
go ahead.
I can't speak. You gonna read the thing?
Oh, sure. Show organizer, is it Jeff? Jeff,
like Jeff Johns.
Oh, okay. Jeff Keenly revealed that Fallout New Vegas, South Park, The Stick of Truth, Knights of the Old Republic, and Pillars of Eternity developer Obsidian will reveal its new role-playing game during the awards show, which is awesome.
That's huge.
Good for
man.
them.
I think that they just got bought by Xbox and Microsoft, didn't they?
They did, correct. So good for Microsoft. Good job
good for
buying.
Gamers.
Exactly. Good for gamers. Microsoft has been making great plays lately, and it's actually, it kind of makes me want to buy an Xbox again. Kind of, just like 2%.
Oh, I mean, I'm definitely gonna be keeping my eye out for the Xbox 2 or whatever they call it.
Exactly.
They've been doing
it's
really
be
well
called
lately.
The Xbox 2.
They just don't have the games I want. That's the only reason.
Me neither. I like a lot of stuff Microsoft does, and who knows? Maybe if they do like a Sea of Thieves special edition Xbox or something, I'll get that.
The Sea of Thieves. Oh, that could be cool. I don't know.
I saw a couple content creators get some Sea of Thieves content Xbox. Like there was a Sea of Thieves themed Xbox, which looks kind of cool.
That sounds cool. I know they had a controller. I didn't know they had an Xbox.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes open from the Game Awards for the new game, Obsidian. The new Obsidian game. I'm sure it'll be an RPG.
Oh yeah.
This next news is interesting, I guess, if you're a Gears of War fan. Apparently, there's a Gears of War movie, and it's actually happening. GameStop reports. So, F. Scott Fraser is going to write the upcoming Gears of War movie. He previously wrote things like Triple X, Return of Xander Cage. That's not a good sign. Rod Ferguson previously said the goal for the movie is not necessarily to copy the story of any previous game. Instead, he said they want to make the best movie possible rather than one which is the most faithful to the games.
Yeah. So, I'm not a big Gears of War fan because, I've had Sony for most of my life. I just had an Xbox One when I was in college and I sold it. And now, obviously, I don't own one. I really just put this in here for Cody. I'm sure he already knew this information, but in case you didn't, there you go, buddy.
Oh,
you can
Is he a big Gears
eat
of War
your heart
fan?
out. He's a big Gears of War fan. Yeah, he named his son Marcus after the character.
I have a friend who's a really big Gears of War fan. He played it competitively for a while.
And I know Jake liked Gears of War too, or Gears of War also. So that's pretty cool. I'd watch this. I enjoy video game movies if they're done correctly.
So you don't enjoy video game movies?
That's correct. I mean, I watched Wreck-It Ralph too. It was really good. It's not really.
I mean, it's a movie that has video games in it. I wouldn't call it a video game movie.
I mean, that's what I count because how many good video game movies do we actually have? We have an episode about that. Check it out. Yeah. So this is interesting. That's really all we had to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, I have zero hopes for this, if I'm being honest.
I saw this next article and I was like, sweet. And then I saw they renamed the article and I was like, dang it. So Sony files a new cartridge patent. But it's
Patridge?
But it's don't worry about it. But it's not for the Vita 2. This is coming from the Verge. So the filings from last year, but it only recently became public. A new design patent suggests that the Sony PlayStation Vita might not be the end of the line for Sony's handheld console lineup. PlayStation chief John Kodera, I cannot read people's names today, implied that Sony is still interested in the area and said that he saw portable gaming as, quote, one method to deliver more gaming experiences, end quote. So that's pretty interesting.
They probably saw the Switch sell like gangbusters and were like, oh, whoa, maybe we were wrong.
Mm-hmm. It's like, okay. It's like, we could totally do that. And they might just be making a Switch. So
they're making a Switch? They're just
making it's going to be the Nintendo Switch with 2 PlayStation controllers on the side and just a PlayStation logo where it has a Switch logo, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, so coming from a big Vita proponent, this definitely excites me. I had the PSP and the Vita. And they make really good games, and the hardware is really, really good. Although the PSP sold really well. A lot of people forget it sold like 80 million units or something. And they just talk about how the Vita didn't do well, and it didn't. But it also was not marketed very well, and Sony didn't promote it at all.
I've liked the PSP so much that I've owned 3 in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, 1 was given to me by this old lady, but that's another story for another day. So, yeah, I'm excited for this. Yes, I did give Ryan my Vita.
We have to say, I just want to say real quick, just because a patent is filed doesn't mean anything is going to happen.
That's right. Thank you for clearing that up, because some people do have that misconception. But yes, I did have a Vita. Yes, I gave it to Ryan. Well, I'll probably buy another one in the future. Probably.
I kind of want to buy one of the newer ones, but they're
do
still
too.
a little too expensive for me.
They are, I just want one of the new ones because I want to play. There's a couple games I want to play. Obviously, Persona 4 Golden is on my shame games list.
That's so good.
And also, it's just a cool device to have with you. It just looks cool, and I like it. And I want to get one of the thinner, newer, colorful ones because if you're gonna have a device, you gotta have it in a color. So
I usually just get black.
I know it's okay.
Okay, the next news here is a bit controversial, actually. Rurouni Kenshin characters have been announced for Jump Force, the upcoming fighting game. This comes from PlayStation Lifestyle. The inclusion of Rurouni Kenshin characters has been controversial, to say the least, PlayStation Lifestyle says. So, as people may know, the show creator was found, unfortunately, with child pornography last year. leaving some to wonder if characters from the show should even be included in the upcoming title. So you can look up videos if you haven't seen it yet. There's a video of Kenshin Himura, who is the protagonist, and that dude's with bandages all over his body, who I never can remember his name, fighting, which looks really cool. I love Rurouni Kenshin. I need to finish it. I never finished it.
Likewise.
But obviously, this is going to bring with it some controversy. People, the guy was found with child porn, and they don't know if his work should be, continued or represented. What are your thoughts on this?
I think that it's a solid anime. Yeah, I get where people are coming from, but I also get, so one of my favorite animes is No Game, No Life. And that creator straight up traced stuff from another anime and just recolored everybody. And he got thrown in jail for that.
He got thrown in jail?
Well, sorry, not jail, but I said that wrong. He got, axed. The show's not going to get another season because they just, canceled it because they're like, everything in this show is plagiarized, so we're just going to sue you. It's not really the same thing, but it does come with the controversy of...
Is that show still available then? Can you still watch
it? Yeah, it's still available. Just, the guy can't afford to make it anymore just because they were like, hey, we're not doing this anymore. So, I know that isn't the same level.
It's still... I think there was another guy last year or past few years who... he made some show or movie or something, and he was he tweeted out Nazi supporting things.
Yeah, people do stupid. Yeah, people are terrible most of the time. So that's just my.
I think you need to almost learn to separate the creator from the creation.
Exactly, like Rurouni Kenshin. I still think it's a piece of art.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen a couple episodes.
Really, I've seen a lot. It's so good. It's so good.
But I can tell. It's like one of those classic animes that you can tell will be, a pillar.
Oh yeah,
to
this
just
is
watch
not,
and
this
enjoy.
Won't go away. This is
Exactly.
going to be one of those animes that people talk about for generations.
Exactly. Do I think his work should be slandered? No. Should I think we're not going to get political, but yeah, he's a terrible person. Should his work be in Jump Force? Sure, why not? It adds a new fighting mechanic to the game. I think Jump Force is incredible. I've gotten to the beta, which I was very happy and lucky for. That was a great experience, even though, like I talked about before, the time was weird. But I will be getting this game. I have to talk myself out of getting the collector's edition because it's almost $300, but it does come with a really awesome statue of Luffy, Goku, and Naruto.
I think I saw it. It looks really cool.
It looks awesome. But I will be getting this game because, as you know, I'm a big fan of PlayStation All-Stars and just fighting games, even though
you're a fan of PlayStation All-Stars. That blows me away.
I love that game so much. I pre-ordered it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I'm going to be pre-ordering this, but I do see myself picking it up. But the Smash and Kingdom Hearts and this,
Did you, are you still playing that My Hero Academia game?
I haven't picked it up because I've been trying to make it through, actual games I want to talk about for the Game of the Year.
Got them.
Edition. But I do intend to go back and get that. I probably will play it, some here and there when I get Nintendo Online for Smash because I'm picking up that game too. I probably should go buy it soon since it comes out in a couple days.
It comes out really soon. The next
comes out in 6 days.
Yeah, which wasn't. I didn't see that in the trailer. So yeah, I guess that's another game that's coming out.
Smash, Super Smash. I'm pretty sure everybody and their grandmother knows that game's coming out though.
If anyone is interested,
it is December 7th. Yep.
So yeah, I feel like that this could bring more people joy, and although the guy's a scumbag, his art brings people joy. So why not?
Exactly.
Moving on.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is getting some DLC, which is kind of cool, on December 4th. So when you're listening to this, the day after you listen to this, unless you're a patron, you can play this DLC. So the Legacy of the First Blade, which blows my mind that there's, yes, I know Assassin's Creed Odyssey is huge. I'm currently playing through it. It is insane. And the fact they're giving us DLC oh my gosh, this game has so much replayability that it is incredible. Anybody that's like, I'm bored with Assassin's Creed, well, then you probably just don't like it. You probably just don't like Odyssey. But for someone that's playing through it, it is an overwhelming amount of content, and I could see myself maybe going back and doing some side story missions or doing some DLC later, hunting some monsters or whatever else there is to do. But there's going to be 3 episodes. So the first episode is going to be Hunted. The second episode is going to be Shadow Heritage on January 2019. And the third episode is going to be Bloodline in late February or early March. They haven't actually set that in stone yet. So that's pretty cool. What do you think about this?
I'm fine with it. I haven't started Assassin's Creed yet, but it looks really cool. More content.
Okay.
For people who want it, it's always good. As long as it's not gouging consumers, it's fine with me.
Exactly. The second major Odyssey DLC, The Fate of Atlantis, is also divided into 3 chapters, which is scheduled to premiere spring of 2019. So you can also just get it if you get the season pass, I believe, which is I think $30 or $40. And they haven't released the prices on the individual.
You usually save like $5 or $10 if you buy it as a package.
Yeah, and they haven't released the individual prices for these DLC.
Yeah, so thanks to GameSpot for reporting that. Next up, we have some loot box news. It's been a while since we talked about loot boxes. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission is investigating video game loot boxes, says GameSpot. They have concerns about how such systems might enable and encourage children to gamble. Jordan wrote, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen." They say in the video game that it is an internal components.
Integral. I typed that wrong.
Oh my gosh, integral components of the game.
Yeah. So GameSpot writes this whole article about it, and then they're like, "Okay, here's the video. You can watch it." And I was like, "Okay, it's a 5-minute video. I'll sit down and watch it." Sure. They literally only talk about it for probably 2 minutes, and they're all serious, and they're like, but then they just stop talking about it, and they're like, okay, so, Senator, what about these opioids? And I'm like, what? Anyway, so that's a whole different thing. But anyway, they're talking about it, and it's just like, they're talking about it so seriously. You know, and they're like, the UK just did this, and the UK children are gambling. And it's just like, and these children are gambling. And I'm just sitting here thinking, what do you mean they're not gambling? What do you mean? Like, children, no. Like, you have to go through so many steps to actually do a transaction. Like, they have to have the password, unless they have it already logged in. But, you know, it's just like, for me to buy a loot box on Overwatch, for example, I have to click that I want to buy the loot box. It pops
Just don't
up
let your kids get your credit card.
Exactly. It pops up the thing. I got to log into PayPal. You know, I got to do all these steps. And by the time that it's like, okay, do you want to hit accept and do this transaction? I'm like, nah. So it's just like the thing that really like just threw me over the edge and like just threw me into the wood chipper was like, loot boxes are an integral component of the game. Like, you need this to be good. And I'm like, that is a bold-faced lie. Like,
who said that?
Some lady, the lady that was this whoever.
Okay, is it Miss Cortez Masto?
Yeah, sure. I'm
not the biggest fan of loot boxes, but I don't really mind them honestly, unless also Australian government. I'm surprised Australia hasn't banned loot boxes already.
Yeah, but no, that's the woman, and it's like a couple second clip, but you don't have to waste your time watching to that. That's exactly what they said, and it was just like, look, like. Children, they're pretty much like, children are gambling. And I'm like, they're not gambling. You gotta control
your kids. Honestly, like, come on. Like, parents have got... I understand you can't keep your eye on your kids all, like, but people aren't gonna ban alcohol because idiot kids drink it. Teach your children. Help your... and don't let them get your credit card on the... I don't know. Exactly. I think it was David Jaffe was having an argument on Twitter. He's a game developer, a former game developer. I don't think he's been doing it. I think he quit earlier this year. If I'm misquoting that, I apologize. But he was some people were yelling at him on Twitter about how loot boxes should be banned, and you love loot boxes. And he was once again, I'm paraphrasing here. He said something to the tune of I don't mind loot boxes unless they're pay to win, in which case I hate them. But it's not that I love them, but I'm not gonna fight for the fact that they're the most amazing thing ever. But I will fight for someone's right to put them in their game.
Exactly. You know. So I honestly forget the show that I saw it on, but it was a talk show, and I forget the celebrity, but a celebrity was like, they're like, "How are you doing?" They're like, "Good. I just had to have a talk with my son. He spent like $300 on some kind of guns or whatever in this game." And this person's like, "Wow, that's a pretty good bit of money. You should control your son." And he's like, "Yeah, well, he's just like, my credit card's linked to my, account, and he was like using my account." And he's like, "Then you shouldn't do that. Like, you shouldn't let them do that." And I was like, "Dang." But anyway, yeah. But just what Ryan said, watch your children. I get it. It's hard. I mean, I don't have children, but I mean, it kind of looks hard.
Well, if you have a child, you kind of accept the responsibility of that child.
Exactly.
I this is just, I hate this. I hate it. The last thing about a loot box was probably a year ago, but
yeah,
I hate okay, moving on.
Exactly. Dragon Age game coming soon. So the franchise has been pretty quiet since 2014, but apparently that'll change soon. Good for you Dragon Age fans. I've never played them, don't really care one way or the other. Happy that it'll make other people happy. BioWare's Casey Hudson said the company is preparing to say more about its plans for the series in December. So it's December now.
I feel like
coming soon.
This is the thing I was talking about earlier when the Game Awards. I feel like this could be announced at the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm. Because I know a lot of people love Dragon Age.
I do.
And like, I've never played them. I've heard they're good. Just they haven't fallen into my wheel of games that I go through and play. Like, yeah, I know I should probably play some of them, but there's only so many. There's only so much time you have, man. Mm-hmm. So I gotta pick and choose who I give my time to.
Yeah. So they said Dragon Age is an incredibly important franchise in our studio, and we're excited to continue its legacy. Look for more on this in the coming month. Though I won't tell you where to look. I'm going to keep my eyes open at the Game Awards. I think this might be a huge announcement. A massive, massive announcement for the Game Awards. BioWare is also probably looking for some good press because people hated Mass Effect Andromeda so much.
Yeah, those poor guys.
I mean,
they're just trying to. I guess they're just trying to have enough money to make a sandwich. So Guacamele 2. Does that how you say it? Guacamole?
We didn't mention where that came from.
Oh, yeah. The Dragon Age game article is coming from GameSpot. This next article comes from the Kingpin IGN.
Oh
Guacamele 2.
IGN to a crime lord.
Yep. So Guacamele 2 is coming to Switch and Xbox One. December 10th for the Switch and sometime in January 2019 for Xbox One. The first DLC pack will also be available at launch on both platforms. Ryan put this in there. I don't know what this is.
Guacamele.
Okay.
Is a Metroidvania in the style of like Mexican luchador.
Okay, good. So I'm not having a stroke. I was looking at this. I'm like, this looks like John Cena if he was a Mexican. So I'm like, I kind of like this.
The first one is apparently amazing, and the second one is also apparently really good. I believe it's already out on PS4.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna check this out. I might play this on Switch or something.
Yeah, I'm excited. I still want to play the first one.
I'd like to play the first one too. I feel like it has like a story to it, sort of.
I don't know.
So, okay, but it looks cool. I really like the colors. The first thing I saw when I looked at this, I was like, this game looks really cool. As far as like from how I appreciate art, it's not really like my graphical. It's not, I don't like the way it looks, per se. But I like the way it looks.
You did like the way it looks.
I like the way the colors look. I just don't particularly care for this art style in games sometimes. But I'll play it, maybe.
Good to know. Oh, breaking news. Rocksteady has officially confirmed that they aren't working on a Superman game and will not be making an announcement at the Game Awards this year.
Thank you, because everyone's been covering that, and I almost typed it in the show notes, and I'm like, that's not happening. Like, Rocksteady is not going to make a Superman game. Nobody would play it.
No, everyone would play it. Literally everyone would play it.
I know, yeah.
What the heck is Rocksteady working on? It's been so long.
I don't know, man. I don't know. A Squirrel Girl game? A unbeatable Squirrel Girl game? Who knows?
Let's hope not.
A Rubik's Cube? A Bop It?
Yes.
A new VR version of Twister?
Everything you're saying and more.
Okay. That's right. So the Switch sets some Black Friday records. This is coming from GameSpot, but also you could probably just look at your local stores to see if they don't have any more Switches to realize that the Switch sold over $250 million worth of products during the holidays, according to internal sales figures. That also includes Switch.
Yeah, not Switch. Nintendo sold that much.
Nintendo, thank you. So that includes Switch, 3DS products, the NES, and Super NES classic systems, accessories, and games. So, good for Nintendo. Put a little bit of extra change in your pocket during that holiday season.
Nintendo also noted that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee have reached a combined 1.5 million units since launched, and the new Super Mario game has also reached 1 million, and which makes it the fastest selling Mario Party game. And also, total lifetime 3DS sales have reached 22 million.
Wow.
I thought it would be more than that.
Me too.
I guess, I don't know. I figured it'd be more than that. I love my 3DS so much. Also, the last thing.
My poor thing's just sitting in a
Super
closet.
NES Classic has reached 2.5 million, while the NES has reached 2. I wish it said exactly. I wish they would release exactly how many Switch sales. Switches sold during that time.
Yeah.
Apparently, some big company that predicts sales is predicting Switch to sell like 17 million units next year.
Wow.
It's predicting Switch to be the biggest selling console next year.
Really? That's story. Okay. Interesting.
So anybody who counted Nintendo out, it seems like they're still doing well.
Yeah. So you want to cover this next one?
I don't know, do I?
I mean, you can.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see, maybe. Nintendo's controversial creators program is shutting down. In its place, it will set a... Ooh, it is set... Oh my gosh. In its place, we should probably cut this, but we probably won't. In its place is... I think you typed this really weird.
I did.
In its place... This is exactly how Jordan typed it. I got it. In its place will be a set of guidelines that might have a pretty big impact on the way you watch you watch Nintendo games online, says Kotaku. 3 years after its contentious debut, the program will cease operations on March of next year.
I'm sorry. I typed these really late night other day. Okay. So if you guys have been living under a rock, Nintendo's creator program, what it is, people couldn't just upload their stuff to YouTube because Nintendo would take it down and bury them. So they'd have to submit it to the Nintendo creator program, which is
it's one of Nintendo's douchier habits.
Exactly. And they'd be like, yes, you can publish this on YouTube. And they'd be like, no. And so
they'd be like, yeah, you can publish it, but let me get some of that money.
Exactly. So their official statement is, we are ending the Nintendo Creators Program to make it easier for content creators to make and monetize videos that contain Nintendo game content. We will no longer ask creators to submit their videos to NCP, and creators can continue showing their passion for Nintendo by following Nintendo guidelines. Obviously, if you want to know the guidelines, check them out here. What they pretty much you can take away from there is they encourage people to create their own videos that include creative input and commentary. Videos and images that contain mere copies of Nintendo game content without creative input or commentary are not permitted. You may, however, post gameplay videos and screenshots using Nintendo system features, such as the capture button on the Nintendo Switch, without additional input or commentary. You are permitted to use Nintendo game content that has been officially released or promotional materials officially released by Nintendo, such as product trailers or Nintendo Directs. If you want to use the individual property of a third party, you are responsible for obtaining any necessary third-party permissions. You are not permitted to imply or state that your videos are officially affiliated with or sponsored by Nintendo. We reserve the right to remove any content that we believe is unlawful, infringing, inappropriate, or not in the lines with these guidelines. Please understand that we will not be able to make response to individual inquiries regarding these guidelines, and also we may update these guidelines from time to time, so please refer to the latest version before sharing your content.
Why is Nintendo so far up its own ass about this?
I don't know, man. It's not like they're making gameplay videos. I need to know how to beat Bowser and Mario. Come on.
I don't even understand what half of that meant, if I'm being honest.
They're pretty much just like.
So can
you
you
post
like
you can post stuff now, with gameplay and commentary and stuff, but it's just they're kind of just like, hey, we're watching you, and pretty much the way I took that is hey, if we don't like your stuff, we'll take it down.
So you can do can you do a playthrough now?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. That's actually, if we're understanding this correctly, that's actually pretty big, huge news, honestly.
Yes, because the way I take that is we encourage you to create videos that include your creative input and commentary. So there you go. Nintendo just said we can do Let's Plays.
Nice.
So that's awesome.
No hardware to stream from a Switch or anything, but
I mean, there is a way.
There's a way. Yeah. We just don't have the way. At least I don't.
Oh, exactly. I don't either. So that'd be great. To do that. I wish Nintendo would just be like, look, you give us $50 more, you can get, the Elgato version of the Switch.
The Elgato version of the Switch? Console is. Oh, man.
Well, that's the first thing I equated streaming with.
I mean, Elgato's, that's what my, anybody that I know that has streamed from a console always used.
Yeah, so, they're like, $50 or $100 more, you can get the Elgato Switch. It has streaming capabilities.
Or you could do like the PlayStation and Xbox and have built-in streaming programs.
That's a better idea. Thank
much
you.
Easier.
I didn't. Yeah, I forgot about those
things. More Nintendo news though, and more Gamespot news. They have been our savior today, it seems. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to receive a 1-day Switch update. What does this entail, Jordan?
Players who purchase. So this is a quote, and I will read said quote. Players who purchase the digital version do not need to worry, but players who purchase the physical version should apply this day one patch before you play. This will also prevent your replays from going off track. By the way, if you save your replays as videos, you can keep them forever, but note that will take up a lot of space. End quote. Sakurai,
the creator of Smash Bros.
Yep, did not confirm the size of the patch.
So, are you going to get this digital or physical?
Digital.
Me too.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't want to go to Target because I'm in there a lot buying stuff that I shouldn't be buying. And by stuff I shouldn't be buying, I buy like really fancy, weird snacks that are overpriced.
Nice.
And once in a while, buy like some sparkling water and feel like a bougie white girl. And so they're kind of just like, this person the other day was like, you're in here a lot. And I'm like,
wow, you got recognized in Target.
I'm like, please shut the hell up.
You don't recognize me. Nah. No, 40 million people don't come in here a year, and you recognize me.
Exactly.
I feel like as far as the Switch, I guess this is a little bit of a tangent.
Go ahead.
If it's a smaller game or a multiplayer game, I usually buy it digitally, so I don't have to put it in every time. But if it's a big game that I know I might want to sell later or something, I usually buy it physical.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're planning on getting it physical, you really need to know this. So now you do.
There you go.
I'm super excited about Smash Brothers. Man, I'm so excited.
I need to get it. I keep saying, okay, I'm gonna get it.
It's not out yet.
Okay,
I'm out for like another week.
I know. Well, I know, but I was like still on the fence about it, and I was like, I need to get this. Like, I deserve to get this and try it because I bought what is it? The Smash for the 3DS and kind of played it a little bit, and I was just like, eh.
It was on the 3DS. I had it for the Wii U, which
nice.
Yeah, but I hated the Wii U so much.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I hated that stupid console.
I know.
All right.
I know. We just did it. It's good.
More news of Kingdom Hearts. The official Twitter account tweeted out, "Hello everyone. I said it would be next month, but I feel bad leaving it so open. The next trailer will be out on December the 10th. New footage, the 18th, final 2018 trailer, Japan Standard Time. We're still editing, so times are TBC, whatever that means. I don't know. I really meant it this time when I say you'll see it next month, Nomura."
Because he tweeted like a while ago, like he was just like, "See you next month," and it's just like people were like, "Oh my god, like Kingdom Hearts is coming out next month," and he's like, "No, that's not what I meant."
People are stupid.
So exactly, I'm like, guys, obviously they would tell us if it's coming out in December.
I don't really need another trailer though. I haven't even watched the last couple.
Me neither. Like, I'm done. Like, they could have just been like, Kingdom Hearts 3, here's the release date, done. No promo image, no nothing. Just, like, that's all I need. I just need a release date and a link for me to buy it. That's all I need, and I'm good.
Yeah, for real.
I'm kind of tired about talking about it. I love Kingdom Hearts to death, but I wanted to come out and play it so people will stop asking me, hey, is Kingdom Hearts 3 come out yet? No, okay? Shut up. So.
No, shut up. It comes out on my birthday. So I'm happy.
Nice. There was that whole controversy between like Amazon and stuff, and Amazon was catching them hands on Twitter about this game, and it's just insane because they're like, pre-order and purchase any edition of Kingdom Hearts 3 at Amazon to receive this exclusive Dawn Till Dusk Keyblade DLC. And people are like, I'm not changing my pre-order from GameStop to Amazon for trash. Like, it's just like, I'm not doing it.
Why not?
I mean, I haven't pre-ordered it yet. You know, I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, but I'm probably just going to buy it from Square Enix directly.
Really? You're going to buy it for Square? That seems like a pain in the butt.
I mean, they have it on their site. I'm going to have to email somebody and be like, yo, if I pre-order this, is it going to show up before the actual date? Because if it doesn't, I will come to your house and eat you.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's going to come before the actual date.
Well, then I'll just have to get the digital version.
I'm just going to walk in GameStop and
that's smart.
Give them $60.
Okay, good point.
It is a good point.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really trust my GameStop because I bought 2 games online to pick up in store. And then I went there and they're like, yeah, we sold The Last of Us. And I was like excuse me?
Got him.
Yep. I'm like, I paid for that already. They're like, yeah, but somebody in the store wanted it, so we sold it. And I'm like, you better give me my money back.
They probably have no control over their website.
They don't, and
the website
apparently
told you they were out of it.
Exactly. Anyway, on to our last piece on the docket. It's coming from Polygon, and I saw this. I thought about putting it in there, and I guess Ryan wanted to put it in there, so we put it in there. Bethesda delays Elder Scrolls Blades until 2019, which is literally right around the corner, but you can still sign up for the early access.
So, if you don't know, Bethesda is Blades.
Elder Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls Blades is the mobile game that Bethesda announced during E3, and it was expected to come out this fall.
Yep, and now it's going to come out early 2019 for iOS and Android devices. I will say, tangent, that I did play the Assassin's Creed whatever mobile game. It's really weird.
I downloaded it
it's
and
kind
I
of
didn't play it.
I downloaded it, tried it out. It is kind of cool, and the fact you can do hay bale assassinations, that's kind of cool. Other than that, don't waste your time on it.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, so this is just kind of another knock against Bethesda this year. They've not had a good year.
Poor Bethesda.
Poor Bethesda. Stop making stupid decisions.
R.I.P. Bethesda.
No, they still make an ungodly amount of money.
I know. It's crazy. Well, that's it for the news, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you listening. We're going to tell you how to save some money.
Deals of the week.
Whoop, whoop. Deals. Deals are back. It's a new month, new deals. So, you want to tell the people what they got for PlayStation Plus and Gold?
Okay, so for PS Plus this month, you will receive Soma and Onrush for the PlayStation 4. On PS3, you will get Sterndine and Steins Gate. And for Vita, Icon Classics and Paper Please. Icon Classics is cross-buy with the PS4. Games with Gold will get Dragon Age 2, Cube 2, Never Alone, and Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. You can check out different games will come out at different times. We did not write when they come out.
Nope.
Okay, and Switch Online. That's right. We were adding the Switch Online games to the lineup. There are 3 new games that you can get with the Switch Online service to be added to the other ones. That's one thing. They don't take away the others. You'll get Adventures of Lolo, Ninja Gaiden, and Warriors Wood. So if you want to check out some old NES classics, go check out Switch Online's new games. And finally, Twitch's free games for this month are the SNK Bundle. What is Win? What is that?
Oh, Windows Edition. Because you can't do it on Mac.
Okay. Hacknet Complete Edition, Poi, and Smoke and Sacrifice. I don't know anything about almost any of those games.
Me neither. I don't know anything about any of those.
I know about the SNK bundle. I think that's it. Is Hacknet that weird anime?
No.
I'm thinking of Dot Hack.
Yeah, you
Or
are.
Hacknet, real quick.
Okay. Hacknet. It looks kind of cool.
Really
I kind of want to get I kind of want to get Smoke and Sacrifice. I might have to get Amazon Prime again, but I honestly feel that's kind of a waste of money for the amount of shopping I do on Amazon.
Oh, I don't even use it for Amazon. I just use it for this and for Comixology, pretty much.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. I'll have to re-budget. Well, as always, our intro and outro song is Back to Business by the Heatley Brothers. You can check them out on Twitter and on YouTube. We do a topical show, which will be released on Wednesday, and it will probably be about our Game of the Year predictions.
Yeah, probably. Or I think what it's going to be about is we're going to look... it's going to be our Game of the Year predictions for the Game of the Year show. And then we'll probably have our own separate what we think should win. Or what our personal games are. You can also check out the Red Dead Redemption 2 episode that recently came out. Well, we finally released that after too long.
A lot of work into that. You will definitely enjoy it. It is a adventure. It's awesome. So, as you know, since you're listening to this, One Up Me and One Up My News both have separate RSS feeds now. They both are in 2 separate locations. Both are on iTunes. We're working on getting One Up My News on a bunch of different places, but as some of you know, just sometimes with a new show, you got to wait X amount of time before you can submit it to different places. So we're waiting on.
Glad it got into iTunes as quick as it did.
Me too. As always, our social media, you can follow us there. You can interact with us on Discord. It'll be in the description. You can submit questions or comments to our Reddit, r/OneUpMePodcast. We post hints about what we're going to do on Instagram, One Up Me Gaming. We stream, or we used to stream. We'll hopefully get back into that. That'll definitely be much easier after we're done, or we're done, like I'm going to school. After Ryan's done with school and just our schedules get matched up easier. But we don't have any definitive plans for doing that currently with the upcoming holidays. But if you want to follow us on there to get notified when we do stream, it's One Up Me Gaming. You can follow the podcast on Twitter, One Up Me Podcast, or use the hashtag PlayOnIt or the hashtag AskOneUpMe to ask us questions on Twitter to submit to the show, and we'll answer them. If we get enough of them, we might honestly just do a huge Q&A episode, or if it's warranted, we could do a like one episode per the topic if the question is meaty enough to actually cover. We have a Patreon. We'd really appreciate your support on there just so we can keep doing what we're doing and bringing you guys wonderful shows. Yeah. You get the you can get the episodes early, and we just released a Toonami episode if you want to check that out. For just $1 you can get that. And we have some more plans for the future. We're probably going to update the Patreon with more tiers and stuff. Yeah, just that's some updates for you guys. There's nothing wrong with that little squeaky chair. Just means it's comfortable. You can email the show, One Up Me Podcast. It's oneupmepodcast@gmail.com. You're more than welcome to email anything that's safe for work on the email there. You can email us questions, comments, anything like that.
We didn't give out our
really
Twitter
appreciate.
handles.
Oh, we didn't. I'm sorry. Where can people find you?
You can follow me at Ryan Divisions. You can follow Jordan at Swaylock. That'll be in the description, I guess, if you want to actually figure out how to spell that. And you can follow the show. I don't know if we said this or not, but it's at One Up Me Podcast. So.
Correct. We did say that, but it's always good to repeat it. Everything, if we don't say it for some reason, if we forget, if we're in a rush, because we do live lives, everything will always be in the show notes. It's we're pretty on top of that. So, but if you want to check us out, like the One Up Me Hub, if you want to call it that, you can check out our website. It's oneupmegaming.com. And if you'd like to support the show by doing some holiday shopping, you can. You can support us by using our Amazon link in the description. You can just click on that link. It's just normal Amazon. It just gives us a little kickback. I probably should purchase something on there to see what the actual kickback is, because why not put money back in my own pocket, kind of a thing, just to see what it would, just to see what the experience would be like for y'all. But as always, we appreciate you listening. Tell your friends, tell everyone. We really do appreciate it. one of our listeners actually started a podcast. He didn't ask me to give him a shout out, but I'm going to just because he's a good friend, and it's cool to listen to. I like podcast. So check out the Married Nerds on iTunes if you want to. It's two married nerds. It's actually a pretty fun little listen. They got one episode out right now, and so that should be a fun adventure to go on them with. Like I said, we really do appreciate you guys. We do this as a hobby currently. We'd love to do it as a job, or I'd love to do it as a job. I know Ryan wants to write, but
why not both?
We appreciate it. That's true. Good point.
I could work at a company like IGN or something and do the podcast on the side.
That's true. That's true. We do love doing this podcast. It's actually not as hard as people seem. So if you guys want to start a podcast, just do it.
Okay, let's clarify. Doing the podcast, like, I guess technically it's not hard, but it takes a lot of work.
It does take a lot of work. I probably put more hours into this podcast than I do my actual job.
It's still fun, though.
It is fun. I enjoy it. I love it. I have to go do some errands and stuff. We appreciate you so much. I said that word a lot. I should get a shock collar every time I say appreciate. Have a good holidays. Don't worry. We'll talk to you before the actual holidays and wish you an actual good one. I'm rambling. Have a good week. Play on.
Peace.